I can feel the Reaper following me. All these motherfuckers want me to bleed. Unspoken promises I need to keep. So if you try to take me down, then I'll give you the finger. Give you the finger. Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Jujutsu Kaisen episode 7, and we have a Gojo fight lined up. I'm pretty excited for this for a reason that, hello kitty. Hi, I do have a cat in my room and she is currently just sitting right next to me, which is very cute. I would pick her up, but she absolutely hates being... fuck it, I'm gonna pick her up. Come here, you. Say hi to the camera. This is Athena. Indeed. Good kitty. If you hear jinglings and or meowings in the video, that's because of her. If she becomes desperate to get out of my room, then I'll have to move and try to do that because the door is behind this thing and I can't get there. Anyway, there's a cat. We've got a Gojo fight, and I'm kind of excited for it for a reason that might not be entirely obvious. And that is, I think that the results of this fight might actually be up in the air in a way that our fights so far maybe have not been. I don't know exactly how to put that into words, but I think we're hitting the point, timing-wise and narrative-wise, where it might actually make sense to do a classic death or removal of the mentor. In previous episodes, Gojo getting eliminated, there wasn't really any threat that could do it, and he's been built up so much as this most powerful of sorcerers that it's like, yeah, there's no way. He's got plot armor, he's invulnerable, no worries. But now there are worries. Now they've got a specific plan specifically dedicated to getting him inside some kind of object that's going to remove him from the circumstance. And as I've been mulling on it, I can't help but think that it would really work narratively to remove him from the story for right now. Because he's so damn powerful, and he's just done everything that he really, really needs to do. He's brought all our main characters together. He's informed main boy about the general basics of magic sorcery and given him a training plan. He's given us a little bit of scattered exposition about how dark and weird and wrong the higher-ups in the story are, and set himself up as sort of the only thing shielding our protagonist from the machinations of those higher-up. And he's done all of that expressed specifically to an incompetent, sort of semi-competent, but certainly no Gojo competence, waif of a man who drives their car around, who will in no way be able to step into the role of mentor figure or leader. His removal right now, just as our characters are about to embark on an interdisciplinary, like inter-school battle, where they're going to run into a bunch of people who are probably part of the machinations of the higher-ups. As our main character comes into his own and gains his own power, having us get kind of blindsided by the removal of our shield, our protector, and our advocate amongst the Sorcery Society, the guy who's going to stand up for us, leaving us on our own to figure things out in a world that we are absolutely not prepared for, with only the scattering of information that he's given us early, so that we're forced to figure out these mysteries on our own, seems really narratively compelling to me. It seems like it could really work. So, as we go into this battle between Volcano Head and the people who are supporting him, who we don't know much about, that guy who was human, unlike all the curses who nobody could see, but totally okay with working with horrifying curse monsters for the destruction of sorcery, I guess. Don't know what his deal is or what his goals are. All of these bits and pieces on that front feel like the big conspiracy, and getting blindsided by a big conspiracy to catapult your characters from their relatively peaceable adventures as they're in high school and all that jazz into a less peaceful, much more balls to the wall, oh shit, the world's against us kind of thing. Oh, it seems good. It seems really good to me. So as we get into this battle, I'm just going to hold in the back of my mind that as much as I want Gojo to win and be successful and survive and see how cool dope sorcerers really get, and I expect that we're going to see what dope sorcery really looks like in this episode. I'm very excited for that. I think it might work better for the story if he were eliminated. Especially given that we've been given a MacGuffin plot device element magic object that he could get trapped in that would give us a later on in the story side quest to go and rescue the Gojo. Seems perfect. It just seems too good to pass up. But maybe it's not the way that the story goes. And I'll be excited about that either way that it goes. But I'm just going to hold in the back of my mind that maybe Gojo losing this battle wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. With all that said, I'm going to draw a drawing. And I think I know what I'm going to do, but we'll see. What are you doing? That's a trash bag. Stop that. You're going to get stuck. You're going to get... Meow. Like that. Yep. Big yowie hands. It's important. Okay. Guys running toward him. Gojo's just waiting. Big chillin'. Looks like he's about to start a dance battle, which I think is cool. I think that's cool. I like that. I like that. This is my thing. All right, we'll do... This is the wall of the street. And then there are, like, bushes and stuff. And then up here... Meow! Meow! The moon, la luna. Silver moon. Cool. I like the way that those clash and create some semi-crosshatchy thing in the center. Reads as conflict to me. Reads as a smashing together. Okay. Ooh, hoo, hoo. I actually really like that. I really, really like that. I think it's super fun. Very pleased. It's not lost on me that the format or the overall composition is actually quite reminiscent of the one that I did yesterday for Macross, where we've got a character standing at the edge of a boat, because we've got that same sort of dynamic moving forward into something kind of a feeling. I like it. It's letting me flesh out my like understanding of horizon lines and stuff. It's cool. Very cool. Yes, meow. Yeah? Yoink. This was not what you wanted, was it? You like my drawing? You think? What do you think? Not a fan? Okay. Alright, we've lost our co-pilot. Yay! Drawing done, camera away, and we're ready to go for Jujutsu. This is gonna be a cool fight. I know it. I know it in my bones. Whichever way it turns out, I'm excited for it. And I'm curious to see how much time we're going to dedicate to it and how we're going to format it. Are we going to be switching between here and other locations, or like one big chunk and then the other? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's watch episode 7 of Jujutsu Kaisen. 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, PiP timer. Let's go. So he just senses it? Incoming! Yeah, what's your deal? Holy shit! That looked awesome. Hey, he's fine. One shot, it's just over. You think so? You actually think so? No, dude. He's fine. Is he gonna walk out of that? Fuck you. What? What? I thought he'd at least dodge it. What? You just... Hmm. 7 or 8 fingers, yeah. Hmm. You're watering it all down. I don't know. I feel like Gojo might have this one in the bag. But I don't want to get too confident. Cool! And his powers are far more than expected. So you can just manifest little volcanoes and shoot lava. That's cool. It's like an artillerist artificer. Eldritch Cannon style. Back to it or somewhere else? Back to it. Good. What did he just do? Oh, jeez. He just glitched out. I wonder what the sound was for. So that should work. Somehow I feel like it didn't work. You're gonna, again? He's gonna do the same fucking thing, man. He's gonna do the same fucking thing. Not living a life of truth. Mm. Okay. What a troll. Nani? What glitchy bullshit are you? What are you, Gojo? Spaces between things? Is he able to shift and become semi-immaterial? He's just fucking with you. No hostility, he doesn't need it. You can't touch him. He warps nothingness? Uh-huh. It's Achilles and the tortoise. Sorry, that's the... Gojo. What a troll. He can shrink and expand the infinity, the nothingness? Or something like that. That's crazy. Yeah, between every subatomic particle, between every atom, in every race, in every distance. Nuts. We're having fun with this. You can't run, too. The music is like a cacophony. Chaotic and confused, but still driving forward. He's really enjoying it. Whoa! Yeah, he knows. This isn't gonna work. Wow, I was wrong. Really, really? Also, his name is Jogo? Hmm. He's right behind you. Oh! What? What? This is a training mission? He's gonna see how you do? That's great. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Nuts. He just came over here in an instant. Wait. That's not the line. He's doing it. I can't carry the ring, but I could carry you, Mr. Frodo. Hmm. It's like he's a natural. Yep. Yep. He's just gonna bring him along. Is that an extension of Gojo's power? Create a barrier or something? We warped here. Hmm. Seems like not any of that is gonna work. I don't think so. He's serious. He just wants to watch the big boy work. Give it your best shot, buddy. No, no, no. Give it your best shot. Yeah, expand that domain, bro. God, that's cool looking. Insane. Even the God Womb? Even the God Womb. And he's more terrifying than anything. Yay! I was gonna say something volcanic. God, the angles throughout all of this have been so crazy, and these big moving, sweeping shots are nuts. Oh, it's cool. He should be familiar with this. He's been in Sukuna's domain. I wonder how powerful as a curse you need to be able to do that. That looks so cool. Oh. Oh, okay. It's like fighting in a lair. Mm-hmm. Control of the lair. Will always hit? Zetai? What? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Nah, you care, buddy. Urgh, you gotta show him. The new humanity. Hmm. The more refined one. Yo. The first time, y'all. It's the first time, y'all. Just a shutdown. Well, I can see why everybody is in love with him. Domain expansion. Acid trip. Seems like it. True void. Infinity. That's wild. He's so boyish. Maximum defeat. I take away everything that I've said about maybe Gojo losing in some way. What the fuck? That went about as well as expected. Oh, that's cool. Why? Because you go to another school or work there or something? You a principal? Uh, I was not able to read that backward in the time that it was up on screen. Wonder why he's keeping the eye out. Hmm. You're gonna do that anyway. Yeah. Powerful ones, it seems. Oh, he is gonna fight. A different domain? Really? Wait! Oh, shit. Or both. Oh, full conspiracy. Yeah. I like him. He seems sweet and evil. What? Uh, yes. Yeah. Guy's office rocker. I guess I would be too if I had infinity at my fingertips. Uh-oh. Just in time. He doesn't even know. Hmm. Because he went alone. Poor guy. You just live in an apartment? You just live in a normal apartment? Or is this somebody else's house and you're just letting yourself in? I feel like it's the evil one, whichever is the evil option. Oh my god, nope. That's different. So many cool surprises. Oh, hi. Oh, we saw you in the OP. Giant from the clouds. Hanami flowers. This guy's got a blue eye, doesn't he? He's got heterochromia, but one of those eyes is deep blue. He did tell you you would die. Okay. Okay. No acting it too early. When's the exchange event? Mahito. All sewed up, pieces and pieces. Hmm. Maybe half? Half and half or something? Could be related to Gojo. I don't feel like it. The smile's familiar, though. That was rad. So curses can create domains, sorcerers can create domains, or at least Gojo can. And if you create a domain in somebody else's domain, it's the battle of whose is more refined. So Sukuna's is gonna be almost endlessly deadly to almost everybody, right? As is Gojo's. Your attacks always hit, so that's how he sliced the fuck out of the God Womb. This explains a lot of bits. We get a stroll. I love it. I love it. I love goofy enemies. It's amazing. You're the ball now. That's your name, is Ball. Knew it was gonna be a fucking bicycle kick. Knew it. That was really fun. That was really fun. Okay. Oh, looks like we're gonna meet some cool characters, potentially from other schools. Maybe we'll fast forward through some of the training to get our way over to the actual tournament. That seems like a setup that could work. Wow! Never have I ever been more wrong about a thing. Hey, maybe there's a chance that Gojo. Whoop! No, the power of infinity at his beck and call. My goodness. What a blast. What a roller coaster of expectations getting shattered and our characters being way cooler and way stronger than I thought they could even be. I guess I didn't take it seriously enough when everybody said, no, he's the most powerful sorcerer. Yeah, full invulnerability, extreme speed, total warping dimensional bullshit. Crazy. Not even certain how any of it works. Really not certain of how any of it works. I like the idea, though. I think I can piece together some of it. The idea that infinity is everywhere, and it's not so much that I'm stopping you as it is that you're getting slower as you get closer to me. So, I think of it's in Godolesher Bach. Achilles and the tortoise, whatever. I won't use the Jeb version. It's Geb version. It's more complicated and used for so many other things in the book. Stupid book. Stupid big book that explains reality. Motherfucker. Godolesher Bach. Yeah. It's Zeno's paradox. Achilles is in a foot race with a tortoise. Achilles allows the tortoise a head start of 100 meters, for example. If they start running at some constant speed, with Achilles running faster than the other, at some point in time, Achilles will have run 100 meters, bringing him to the tortoise's starting point, and the tortoise may have run a much shorter distance, but it will then take Achilles some further time to run that distance, by which time the tortoise will have advanced further, and so it'll take time for Achilles to reach the next distance, at which point the tortoise will have moved further. So you'll never ever reach the thing because you're never able to reach the thing. You can even do it otherwise with a static object, right? For example, Gojo standing there. You approach him, you get halfway there, and then you get halfway there, and then you get halfway there, and then you get halfway there. And you never get there because you're only getting part of the way there every time. You're dividing up the space into infinitesimally slower iterations or divisions. So you come up against this slowed down, like eased in barrier where you can push through no problem, and then it stops. That's really cool. I wonder how it works mechanically, physically. Like, is he altering the property of space, of nothingness, to like expand or alter it or solidify it somehow? Or is he altering the space between things, like the things themselves? Because space is meaningless without things to occupy it. It's just the space. So expanding space doesn't mean anything. But if that's what he's able to do, is to actually alter the form of the spacelessness, then that's like freaking crazy. That's crazy. That's outside the realm of explicable by our actual understanding of physics. Unless, like, I don't know, dark matter is way different than we think it is. Stuff like that. Beyond the crazy domain expansion reveals about how powerful Gojo is, the highlight of this episode is all of the effects animation, I think. And big sweeping moving shots as well. But it's the effects animation and the color work on everything that really gets me. I think this is the first episode where at no point at all in this episode was I in any way did I feel bad at all about the way that things looked. Like, the color tone that's sort of grayed out here and would otherwise feel a little bit weird, maybe, or I might have commented on it before, totally washes from my mind because of how extraordinarily colorful a bunch of these landscapes are and how cool all the effects look. I want to just look at a bunch of, like, cool impact frames and stuff for the rest of this discussion. That's basically the shebang, and if we hit any really particular cool moments that I want to mention, I'll mention those as well. But this is going to be an animation extravaganza, methinks. Because, good God, that was an animation extravaganza. From the first big boom volcano explosion, which I desperately want to see again. Because, oh my God. It's like Incinerator from Made in Abyss. In terms of the level of thing going on. I love the glow build. I like the way the lava stuff looks. It's brushed on, maybe with digital brushes, I'm not sure. But it really has texture to it. Like it's sponged on or something. Really textury, really impactful and powerful. Super cool. And you're like, wow, dude got torched by that. And not only did he not dodge it, not only did he not get torched by it, he didn't dodge it. He just walks out of it. Not even walks, he just stands there. And it moves away from him. Like, because it can't touch him. Not at all. Not even the heat. Heat can't travel across a vacuum, really. Can it? A true vacuum? If he's able to... It can't travel. Whoa. He's truly immune, like, untouchable. As long as he's conscious, I think. I wonder what you can do. I'm trying to think, how can you even fuck with Gojo? I don't know. I guess the glitchy aspect that we have here, I'm not sure if that's just what we're showing, or like a mystery of we don't understand how Gojo's power works, or if that's meant to be the effect caused by these little hummingbird things. I'm not sure what this effect is. I guess that's them coming up against a wall of impenetrable nothingness is the idea. And we're showing it by him glitching out. My first thought was that he was able to, like, shift the orientation of his atomic structure, something along those lines, to slit between reality, right? The idea being you just have, like, well, maybe if you shifted your, shift dimensions or something like that and be able to sift through things. But that would allow powers to go through him, which is what the first thing looked like, not to just stop there. It's cool. It had me reeling with mystery. What the fuck kind of crazy power is that? It's a crazy power is what it is. These things look awesome. I don't know what their sound attack was supposed to be. I guess maybe that was the first wave that hit. but they don't do nothing. Gotta say, a bunch of the Jogo says something, yelling and screaming and doing some motion during it are really cool. They're a classic staple in Battle Shonen, especially when you've got a fight that's a conversation. Somebody says some piece of their piece and then fires off a beam battle that evokes that piece or like has something to do with it. It works really well. I think it's really cool. And he blasts the ever-loving shit out of Gojo, and it doesn't work. Looks really awesome. And it doesn't work at all. At all. I like this piece of motivation that we get from him. Not living a life of truth. Ugh, how repulsive. Real strength lies in truth, and I shall make it known through death. That's a pretty cool set of character motivations for an evil boy. Nani? You touched the infinity between us. What the fuck? Okay, put your hand out. No malice. No hostility. And he lets him touch. And he even flirts with him. He's such a fucking troll. I don't want to hold hands with you. And somehow it's like he doesn't sense the hostility coming from this. And gets his shit kicked. And then there's this. My technique brings it to reality. Convergence, divergence. Things colliding, things coming apart. Infinity always between them. I don't want to touch that void. Cursed technique, reversal, red. What? He's reversing a technique? Or is this something that he learned as a cursed technique and has made his own? I wonder what the etymology, like the meaning of that is. Yeah. I really, really like the aesthetic of everything slowly reddening as he pulls in this energy, and then it begins to fully alter our view, overwhelming everything, and then blasts out into a big power beam. Boom! And some of the first big ol' impact frames that we're gonna get. And Gojo kicks this guy around as he's sprinting away, tumbling away, running away. He's just always there. Terminator style. Can't get away. No escape. I thought this sequence looked really cool as he catches himself and starts running from the tumble there. And then it kicks up into momentum, and it does not go well for this boy. It really does not go well. This is the speediest whip. Whoop, whoop. And I think it's awesome. And it leads right into this big, like, giant beam, spin, 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 with the camera whipping around him and the beam taking up so much of the screen that it's like a huge, wide cutout angle. Feels really, lots of angular momentum to it, lots of rotation. It's like we keep this rotation going, rotate, rotate. Yeah, we do. Rotate, rotate, rah! And then it all stops because Gojo's ready to do something to you. The whole fight is built around that sort of idea. Jogo moves, 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 does something, does something, does something, stops. Impenetrable wall. Guy's too good. He's just too good. So he's too good, so he hops out to use this as an object lesson. Finds your boy watching some Lord of the Rings. Where's the big impact frame? There. That. Boom. And then again, boom. Super cool. And the domain expands. I really like the way that we whip the camera around him and cover it in the darkness. Okay, so we whip the camera around, cover it with the darkness, and then we like shift through the darkness as though it's traveling across the space and encapsulating our other characters. That's really cool looking. And suddenly, you're in a volcano! And he is ultimately powerful here against literally anybody but Gojo. I love the way all the lava looks. I love the, it's almost sepia tone in that all of the contrast is brought way down. It's not very high contrast. So we've got all this bright lava and darkness, and it all feels like it's somewhere in the middle, but it feels right because it's this ethereal space. It's like, it's weird and odd. Looks awesome. It really looks awesome. There's an over-reliance on a particular fire sound effect. I'll find it. There's one right before he says, this is a domain expansion. I know, because I heard it. That one. That one. That one. Just so you know exactly which one I mean. That one. It's everywhere. Every single anime studio uses it all over the place. It's used in a bunch of American cartoons as well. It is the classic fire starts sound effect. If you watched Fire Force, it's like everywhere. It's everywhere in Fire Force. We've used it a number of times already in in Jujutsu Kaisen. I hate it because it's so overused and broadly used. However, throughout the episode, there are a bunch of altered or modified versions of it that sound kind of like it, like they're in the same world or the same sort of thing happening, fire being sent out by this character, but they're a little bit different, and I really like that because it creates a landscape of similar sound effects for similar abilities that aren't all the same damn fire starting sound effect. Having a whole bunch of them makes a lot of sense, and I'm not going to go through and find all of them, but there were a number of them throughout this episode, lots of fire going on, and I liked those. I thought those were really cool because they work in that same world and they sound the same, but they're different. So there's more variety going and it feels good and it's less lazy. Constructed with cursed energy and enforced with a cursed technique. I don't know what that part means. So the domain that we fought before was just cursed energy, expanded, no technique to it because it was a baby curse who didn't know what he was doing. Cool. The gag of getting hit by some lava mid-conversation is amazing. And it continues this, like, goofiness happening during exposition or two things happening at the same time that allows the exposition to flow a little bit better. Stat boost. Also, everything hits. Bullshit. Just garbage. Just total bullshit garbage. Always. Always. If I neutralize that infinity of yours with my domain, my techniques will hit you, right? I don't even know what that means. I don't think you can do that. I feel like it doesn't work. Wholeheartedly, I'm into this, and I'm gonna fight this guy, and I'm gonna kill him as the new humanity. So, a little bit more insight into what these curses want, or at least what this one wants, to replace humans altogether. We are the superior beings. Cool, I'm into it. That's a cool villain motivation. And for the first time, Gojo takes off his blindfold and reveals his eyes. And he's beautiful, right? I don't think it's even odd to say that. He's got like endless crystalline lattices of bright blue inside long-lashed boyish eyes. He goes from being hot boy teacher to being a boy band boy, right? Like lead singer of boy band, Gojo Sensei. 100%. He's cute. I'm not into dudes, but he's cute, right? And boyish and innocent looking, and it's a stark contrast with that kind of evil, kind of malicious smile that he gets as he's kicking your ass. Really interesting. You know what else is really interesting? The goddamn infinite void bullshit. Whoop. Shoop. Whoosh. That laser light effect, hyperdrive, hyperspace, looks as good or better than any hyperspace that I've ever seen. So cool. So cool looking. And a total, truly, an acid trip. Staring into the eye of the void. So I wonder what his eyes being revealed really has to do with this domain expansion. This feels eye-like. The symbol previously felt eye-like as well. Maybe it's related, but I don't know. Is it a danger to others if he has his eyes exposed? I don't know. And in this place is infinity. Not nothingness, everythingness, feeling all. The Superman problem. Overwhelmed by everything. So he just pumps all of reality into your mind and then kicks you out of here because, you know what, we actually have to interrogate this guy. And then he gets stolen by Hanamama. We are the true humans after all. We are the true humans after all. And he says, What an odd thing for quite the statement for a cursed spirit to make. We are the true humans after all. Weird! I wonder how true that is. Like if there's any shred of reality to it. Maybe in some sense curses are not what we consider them to be, or think of them as. I really like Hana whatever. This is a cool power. Sudden happy flowers and growth and stuff. Really cool power. And then we reveal, okay, blah blah, we're gonna do all this stuff. Doorway into elsewhere. And this guy also seems sweet and kind and totally murderous. And seems to be in charge here. So I wonder if this sewn-up scar has something to do with his sewn-up scars, like some kind of connection there, or just a character motif. And I wonder, what's the deal with all those body parts that have been sewn together? Is this person made up of multiple people? Or curses? He does say, as curses should be, as humans should be, which makes me think that he might be fitting into more than one of those categories. Wild. Alright, overall, a battle-focused episode that did a bunch of exposition as well about the power system and the way that things work. But more than anything, set the bar super high. Like, super high. Here's where our characters are. Here's where they need to get to. Also, Gojo has set that as an explicit goal. You need to be able to beat that volcano, dude. Wow. Wow. By the time of the exchange event? Hopefully. Okay. That didn't work at all. Gojo's immortal, invincible, untouchable. Except that they're going to have a better plan next time, and then maybe it'll be time for him to leave the story. For now, I wouldn't want to be the one who's forced to make him try to make him leave. Like, you can stay as long as you want, Mr. Gojo-san. All praise. You do you. Don't hit me with the infinity ball of pain and torment. I don't need to hear all of the reality all the time. What a cool episode. It's really cool to see not only are we exposed to what real power looks like in a character sense, as like this is where Itadori needs to get to. We as viewers get exposed to what real power looks like, not just Sukuna's, but what Gojo's looks like. And it looks good. It's a cool taste of what we can expect from the types of abilities that our characters might develop over the course of the series and just how cool they could end up being. Obviously, we jump to like endgame boss level abilities here, showing crazy volcano shit and insane infinity stuff. But it gives us a taste of the spectrum and puts Itadori squarely in the, I guess you're like a little bit strong for a human or something camp, which isn't going to cut it. So that's really cool. I liked the episode. I liked the fight. I liked the villain. I like the villain motivation. I like the hero protagonist and how villainous he is and how trolly he is. I guess if you were the most powerful ever and you didn't have any worries about getting your ass kicked, you would kick ass in a hilarious way too. I probably would. It's cruel, but that's a curse, so who cares? Wild. Also some sprinkled in information about the bad guys and their plans in a way that's mysterious enough, but keeps it brewing in the background so we can turn our focus to the exchange event and training and all of that stuff. Yeah. I feel like this is a prime time for a time skip. Skip this month of training, because it's just going to be training, right? Skip the month of training, all our characters emerge at the exchange event, ready to roll, and then we kick off with meeting other characters from other schools and stuff, which we already kind of know is going to happen. I like that. I think that can make a lot of sense. And then we're straight into a tournament arc, conflicts with people on our own level sort of thing. I'd like that a lot. But, as we've seen, I am not able to predict this show, and I'm pleased by that. I'm very pleased. I'm pleased that Gojo's still around and dope, and I'm pleased that the fight was cool. That's going to be a wrap. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode of Jujutsu Kaisen and watching Gojo kick Volcano Head to the curb. Much love. See you next week for more. Peace.